Hello friends and welcome to today's video. Today is going to be something very different, but I'm really excited about it. I am playing Stardew Valley and then I'm going to draw the character that I designed to play the game, and then I will show you both some gameplay today as well as how I drew and designed my character. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so welcome. I'm going to make a new world to begin with, which of course I'm going to name my character Shay Madeline after myself, although I think I'm going to mostly be referring to her as Madeline during this playthrough. And then the farm name is going to be Madeline Farms, and for favorite thing, I'm going to put flowers because in the game I feel like that makes sense because there's a lot of flowers. Definitely going to have a pet. A dog. I like that dog. He has a little collar. Okay, now the exciting part, the character design. I really like how she starts out, of course, but I'm gonna change her. My main goal is to make a really cutesy girl, and I want her to kind of have like a pink theme going on because I think that's very cute. And then I want her to have overalls, of course, and I always use the same exact shirt. It's like overalls with a blue shirt underneath. And then pants are easy. I'm gonna do long pants. I'm gonna make them pink so that it matches the top, and then her boots, of course, will be brown. Now, since I know I want to draw her later, I decided to give her pretty pink hair because I always love drawing pink hair or purple hair. I think it's very fun. So I definitely made it pretty vibrant. And then her eyes I also made purple just so I could have a little bit more color in there as well. And then I think this is where I left her. As you can see, her outfit is very pink and in my opinion very cute. I'm really loving the high pigtails, and I think they're very cute in the drawing as well. So that's about that, so let's jump right into the gameplay now. So here's the intro sequence. As you can see, my poor grandpa is laying sick in bed. He has a note for me though. Basically, he tells me not to open it right away and to have patience because I will know when I should open it, and that'll come pretty soon actually. Before the farmer ever became a farmer, they were actually like a corporate slave working in an office, or I guess in a cubicle, not even their own office, at the Joja company. And as you can see, it's kind of a bleak setting to work in. And after being here for I don't even know how many years, the farmer is just kind of fed up with it, and then she decides to open the note. The note simply goes on to be like a note from our grandpa saying that if she's reading this note, she needs like a change in her life, which is something he went through before. So to help her with this part of her life, he gifts her a little farm, which is how the game begins, and her life as a farmer begins as well. So quickly, Madeline quits her job, she packs her bags, and she jumps on the first bus to Stardew Valley. Right off the bat, Madeline meets a woman named Robin, who is the carpenter in the town, who she will actually get to know pretty well throughout the game, and she gets to meet the mayor, whose name is Mayor Lewis. And just like that, it's only been a few minutes, and she has upgraded her life from being someone that works for a big company, and now she's just a little farmer. When she first wakes up, she gets a package, and it is full of some parsnip seeds so she can start her garden. Okay, so I'm finally into the gameplay. I haven't ever actually finished Stardew Valley, but I have played it quite a bit. I know that on the first day, my big goal is to get the garden started, because I think, at least in the beginning, probably throughout the whole game really, that farming is like the quickest way or maybe the best way to make money. You can also make money from mining and fishing, but you can't start fishing until the second day of the game. And you can't start mining until the mine's unlocked, so it kind of takes a little bit to make money in another way. You can always scavenge on the ground and like sell stuff that you find there, so that's pretty nice too. There are quite a few ways to make money, but I think farming is like the most efficient way. So now you can see my garden is set up and watered, and I'm heading into town for the very first day, which is very exciting. When you first enter Stardew Valley, you get a quest to meet every single person in town. And so, of course, when I first go in, I'm going to just have the big goal of trying to talk to as many people as possible so I can complete that quest right away. Here's Gus, the owner of the bar. Abigail, who is an alternative girl that lives in town and I'm pretty sure is a possible love interest. Someone named Marnie, who you can buy animals from. Pierre, the owner of the local grocery and general goods store. I did buy some seeds from him before I moved on. Another possible love interest named Sam, and he kind of has anime style hair, which I think is cute. Another love interest and a crowd favorite, her name is Leah. This girl's name is Penny. This one is Emily. I think she is into fortune telling and crystals and stuff like that. This is a young boy named Vincent. This is Vincent's mom, Jody. This guy's name is Elliot. He's kind of like the dapper love interest option. This is George, an old man that lives in town and comes off as kind of grumpy. Next up is Maru or Maru. She is another possible love interest, I'm pretty sure, and I think she's very sweet. This is Demetrius. This is Robin's husband and Maru's dad. This is Sebastian. He is another alternative person that lives in this town as well as a love interest. Meet Linus. He is homeless, but that is purely by choice, and he lives right next to the mine. This is Alex. He is kind of a jock, and he's another love interest. This is a middle-aged woman named Pam. She's pretty fun to talk with. This is Shane. He is kind of a little bit of a deadbeat, but he's another possible love interest. This is Haley, somebody that is very pretty and another possible love interest, although she kind of seems a little bit vain, at least when you first meet her. At this point, it is getting pretty late in the day, and my energy levels are kind of low, so I decided to take a break from meeting people, and I head back to finish planting those seeds that I did buy earlier from Pierre. And then after that, I will head to bed for the night to start my next day. So I wake up bright and early, and the first thing on my mind is I want to meet the rest of the people in town. I head straight to the beach where I meet Willie, who is the fisherman in town who gives me my first fishing rod. Next up is Clint. He is a blacksmith. This is Jazz. She's a young girl that lives in town. Evelyn, she is married to George. Harvey is the doctor in town. And here is our last person, Caroline. Meeting all those people kind of felt like a lot of work and took a lot out of me, so I decided to finish the day by fishing, and then I went to bed and finished up day 2. Of course, I did take care of my garden first. And then, with that, that'll be the end of this first gaming session. But now we can move on to the drawing I made of my character, Madeline. So this is what she looks like up close. She's a little blurry, but I decided I wanted to make a checklist to help me figure out exactly what I wanted to include in her design. So I titled this little list with important features, and then the first feature I write down is I want to make sure I really have a strong pink theme, followed by the blue shirt that she wears and the pink overalls. I really don't want to forget the heart. And then of course her boots are brown, like I said before. She has a pink haircut, and the side part with bangs I wanted to make sure I didn't forget, as well as the pigtails, which are high pigtails. And then with that, I set off to start my drawing. Like any other drawing, I began with a quick sketch. I wanted to start with just her face so that I could focus on the details of that and exactly what style I wanted for the face, as well as figure out exactly how to draw the hair, because like I said before, I really wanted to make sure I had both the pigtails and the side part with those bangs in front. So this sketch takes me a little while, and I really spent quite a bit of time trying to get it just to where I like it. At this point, I'm working on drawing her in the front-facing perspective so that she kind of imitates that original version of her in the bottom left-hand corner. Although pretty simple, I think she's coming out pretty cute so far. Her pigtail right now is in the wrong spot because it's way too far forward on her head. I do fix that pretty soon. But I think my favorite part about her are these freckles. I thought since she's going to be a farmer, she is definitely going to develop some freckles from all that work in the sun. So I thought that was a nice little touch to add. So now I've moved on and I am drawing the clothes. I took a while to figure out exactly how I wanted to draw the overalls because I really think that those are the most important part of this outfit. But in the end, I think they turn out pretty cute. The sketch is pretty much done at this point. I am just going through and putting in some final details. Now when I go through and I start doing the colors, I really want to use the colors from the original picture. And something I think that is very unique about the original picture is that the outline is pretty thick, and it's this dark purple color that you see me using right now. So I really wanted to use that to keep it kind of similar and have the same vibe. I use that method of color picking the colors right from the original image so that I can get those accurate colors. And as you can see, I'm able to color drop those in pretty easily. And here is what she looks like when I finish putting down all those flat colors that I picked from the drawing. I'm going through and I'm going to start adding the details now. As you can see, I'm adding in the freckles. The shadow that is underneath the neck is being added in. Her shirt collar, some shadows on her sleeves and next to her overalls, shadows next to her little heart pocket on her overalls, even more shadows next to her boots on her pants, the shinier parts of her boots, and then eventually I am able to do the fun part, which is her eyes and her little bit of cheek blush in my opinion. And And just like that, she is done. This is the completed drawing of my character Madeline from Stardew Valley. I do plan on doing some more videos in this series, so please do stay tuned for that. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!